Today's session is a special session. This is a test and also some fixes on English pronunciation and accent. Why are we teaching that? There was a survey of 200 top English teachers in the United States that when foreign students, for example, from India or Japan come to United States, they have communication problem. What is the number one problem they have? And they unanimously agreed that it was pronunciation. So if that is the main problem, let's test that one first and fix the problems at the same time, everything in 1 hour. This is how the test is going to be carried out. You take a sheet of paper or a notebook and a pen. We will give you 100 useful common words, 50 normal words that you use in general conversation, you come across every now and then, and 50 technical terms. I'll point to one word at a time, and you are going to pronounce it your way, loudly. Then you are going to pause. I'm going to pronounce the correct way. And after that, you're going to compare. If your pronunciation matches with mine, you give yourself 1. That means your pronunciation is right. If not, give yourself 0. At the end of the test, you add up and see out of 100 how many you got right. If you got over 80%, that means your English is very good. If your pronunciation is good, most of the English problems are solved. You can go over to the next fluency chapters. For now, let's test only pronunciation and accent. Okay? Let's start. Please say this word aloud. Now listen. English. Louder. English. English. Anything in red, you have to say loud. And that's called accent. Stressing a part of the word is also called accent. Lish, softer. Ing, louder. English. Okay? Now try this one. Say it aloud. Now listen. Pronounce. Very soft. Nouns, louder. Pronounce. When you say it louder, your pitch goes up and becomes very clear and longer. Okay? The easiest trick is to say that louder. Pronounce. Good. Let me teach you something which is a secret in the English language. There's a sound, very common sound, probably the most common sound in the English language. It's called schwa. The sound is You have to practice that sound. Any vowel in certain places can take that sound. For example, please give me a book. A book, not a book. All right? All the vowel letters at some places take the sound. That makes it very common sound. The most common sound in the English language. You have to learn that. 2 German brothers discovered the secret in English language. That they do not always say a and I and you. Sometimes the sound changes to a. So they gave it a name, schwa. Okay? You have to learn that sound, a. So anytime you see anything color-coded in blue, this inverted E, inverted is here, it's turned by 180 degrees. E, that's a symbol, phonetic symbol for the sound a. Anytime you see that, or if I mention that, schwa, you have to say a. All right. Let's proceed with the test. Say this word aloud. Now listen. Pronunciation. Pronunciation. Look carefully. This underlined. That means many people mispronounce it. They say it wrongly. That is because one O is missing here. Look at this. This N-O-U-N-C-E. Nouns. Pronounce. This one is N-U-N. One O is missing. So pronunciation. Let me teach you another trick. There are 50 such tricks included in that pronunciation DVD. It's a 5-hour course. That will make your pronunciation perfect. Both British and American pronunciations are given. All you have to do is listen carefully and repeat. There are about 1,500 words there that are often mispronounced. Another common 1,500 words. The lessons include phonetics, accent, which is syllable stress. I'll explain what that is. How to make simple conversation, everything in 5 hours. Some of my videos are available on YouTube. Okay? But the software, no one has 8,000 technical words with correct pronunciation, their usage in meaningful sentences and paragraphs, everything connected. No one has that. That's my bet. We have spent more than 4,500 hours coming up with this unique software. So, pronunciation. Anytime you see shun at the end of a word, the syllable before that is pronounced louder. It's got the primary accent. Now, what is syllable? Syllables are parts of words that can be pronounced individually. Each syllable has one vowel sound. For example, in this word is pr, nun, si, a, shun. 5 syllables. So syllables are parts of the words. Each of them can be pronounced individually, and each has one vowel sound. Okay? There could be words that are monosyllable, which is like, say, go. Go. It's got only one vowel, one sound. That's one syllable. There, you do not need to follow this pattern. But anything more than one syllable, multisyllable words, one syllable is pronounced with an accent. Higher pitch, louder, longer, and very clearly. And the vowel in that syllable is pronounced very clearly. So now you notice, here I did not say pronoun, right? I said pronoun. This is in blue, so it takes the sound. Good. Anything in red, you have to say that loud. That's accented syllable, stressed syllable. Okay, some people call it word stress. I call it syllable stress. You stress a syllable, so you call it syllable stress. And that makes your pronunciation and accent very good. Okay? We'll have to speed up. We have to finish 100 words in 1 hour, including fixes. You may have to go through this video twice. Next time, repeat whatever I say. How do you say this? Now listen, it's not grammar, it's grammar. Both in British and American English, it's called grammar. And AR at the end is pronounced So that A takes the sound of schwa, How do you say this? Now listen very carefully. Verb. How did I say the sound of V? If your language doesn't have that sound, which is a very Germanic sound, V, your lower lip has to touch the upper teeth and bite gently and say V, 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 V. Verb. Do not touch your lips together. Not verb. 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 Okay? This one, try it. Now listen carefully. D is silent. Adjective. A louder because it's in red. It's accented syllable. Stressed syllable. Skip the D. Adjective. 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 Okay? Not adjective. This one, try it. Now listen. Preposition. 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 This is how you have to say. You see this word. Try it first. This word often appears on the second or third page of a book where the author mentions why this book has been written, who it is for, etc. This is not called preface. It's written as preface, but English is very tricky. You have to listen to somebody who knows these words, whose English is very good, very good. Top professors from Oxford. Or you can check the online dictionary, Oxford Learner's Dictionary, or Merriam-Webster's Dictionary, or Cambridge Dictionary. Okay? There the sound is given, you have to try. We have compiled all of that and squeezed it in very short courses. Otherwise, there's 1 million words. How many are you going to learn? If you learn all these things, you're going to spend too much time, don't know how to use them in sentences, and when are you going to study science and engineering? So we focus on only bare minimum with highest quality. Okay? This is called preface. Preface, not preface. This one, profession. This one is underlined, so many people mispronounce it. So try it. Now look, this is in blue, so you have to say k, that sound I taught you, the schwa sound. Schwa, sound, k. And this rear is in red, so you have to say that with stress. Stress means louder, higher pitch. If you say louder, automatically the pitch goes up. Loud and very clearly. So career. I'm exaggerating this accent so that you practice the right way. When you speak normally, it becomes career. Okay? Career. This one, the same way. Look, near is in red. So start with N-G, near. Engineer. Okay? Go over this video twice. Let me speed up. This one, say it. Engineering. If your sound matched with mine, give yourself 1, otherwise 0. Engineering. Nearing louder. Engineering. This one is the French word taken into English. English is about 50-60% Germanic, taken from German. That was the original language. And there was a lot of influence of Latin when the Romans came there to England. French kings and queens, they ruled England. They introduced French. Many other languages influenced English. So their pronunciation has changed over the time. Spelling is still somewhat older. Okay, spelling. So many people, even English speakers, have spelling problems. All the survey shows that. So when you want to speak English, do not go letter by letter and try to pronounce like entrepreneur. No. You have to listen to somebody who speaks English very well, or these dictionaries I mentioned, and learn directly from there. Okay? This is pronounced as entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. That's one of the pronunciations which is acceptable by the majority. Entrepreneur. So do not say entrepreneur. Okay. How do you pronounce this? Now listen, it's not science. Science means plural of sign. Road signs. Station. At the station, train station, you see some signs. Okay. Science, that's different. This one, science. Science. This one, again, it's scientist. Not scientist. Scientist. Science. Scientist. Here the accent changes to a different syllable. Tif. Scientific. Scientific. All these lessons, all these words are given in my free videos on YouTube. Please practice that. I give you sufficient time there to repeat, which is extremely important. Just listening is not enough. Okay? That's why I give gaps, and that's exactly what the software does. It gives you sufficient time to repeat. It's got slow speed, normal speed. You can go back, you can repeat anything you like just with a click of a button. The interface is the easiest possible, and no marketing gimmick there. No too fancy things. The goal is to learn proper English, and that's all we focus on. Say this. Scientific. Okay? How do you say this? Look, null is louder, stressed. Technology. Technology. Logy. Anytime you say ology, that means study of. That becomes all a G. Okay? All a G. Technology. Good. So do not say technology. Do you hear the difference? Technology. Tech sounds louder, which is not correct. It was technology. Here. Technological. Good. Give yourself score. I'm not going to say that again and again. You have to give the score so that you judge yourself. Okay? This is an acronym for information technology. How do you say this? IT is a trick. All these unwritten rules are there in my free DVDs. Acronym, the last one is pronounced with stress. IT, IIT, ITT, DVD, TV, the last one. These are unwritten rules. How do you say this? Not develop, okay? De is not stressed. What happens, let me tell you a story. An American gentleman went to India and he wanted to do something in the villages. And the villagers who didn't speak English very well, they were always talking to him and telling him, develop, develop. They wanted their villages to be developed. They said develop, and the gentleman misunderstood. He thought they are saying devil up. His video is on YouTube. You can listen to that, watch that, and see how funny it is. Slight change in accent can confuse people because most Americans know only one way. There are all kinds of variations of English, and we are trying to make it somewhat flexible, but teach you only proper English. Be a little bit flexible. There are all kinds of accents in the world. The United Kingdom has more than 40 dialects, very different from the standard RP English. So you learn the proper English. United States of America has got about 17 distinct dialects. Do not learn all of that. Learn the standard one because everybody will understand you. Learn General American, RP, or some kind of mix. Okay? Be open. It's an international language, and technical subjects, it's unavoidable. You have to learn that. 80% of the communication happens in English. Learn proper English so that people understand you. All right? Now speak slowly and clearly. I'm intentionally speaking slowly and clearly because it's a test. What is the point if I speed up and you do not understand me? Communication fails. The purpose is communication. All right? The purpose, the goal must be met. So speak slowly, clearly, with correct pronunciation and accent. Okay? Well, there is nothing called really correct accent, but we take General American from Merriam-Webster's dictionary or RP from Oxford dictionaries, and that's considered to be sort of standard. All right? So how do you pronounce this? Now you know the develop. Well, louder. De, very short. De, well, up. Develop. Develop. So from today, please do not say develop. Develop. Okay? The same way here. Right. You got it. You got the trick. Development. And ment in British English is pronounced as munt, not meant. Okay? American English, you hear meant. Development. This one. Here, DU changes to Ju sound. English has many exceptions. Okay? It's not educate, educate. Edu, louder. Kate. Educate. This one. Right. Education. Before shun, the syllable before shun always takes the primary stress. The accent. Primary accent. Education. Okay? This one. Here also, Ju. Graduate. Graduate. She is a science graduate. Okay? It can also be a verb. In that case, you have to elongate this A part. Graduate. I graduated from this college. Please do not say I passed out. Passed out is wrong English. That means to faint. Unless you are from military school, that's different. I graduated in 2014. I graduated, slightly longer. I graduated in 2014. Do not say I passed out in 2014. That means you fainted in 2014. Okay? Pass, passes British, passes American. We're going to learn everything. Whatever is necessary. This one, try it. Execute. Execute. Okay? Exe, louder. Not exe. Execute. This one, Q louder, Q. Execution. Exe. Somewhat unstressed. De-stressed. Execution. Execution. Good. This one is underlined, so the sound is very different. Now listen very carefully. Executive. 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 First say slowly. Executive. Executive. Chief Executive Officer. You may become Chief Executive Officer of a company. Right? You have to say that correctly. Executive. It's not executive. In English, you cannot go letter by letter and try to pronounce everything. That is not the correct pronunciation in English. Sounds may be very different from spelling. It is a non-phonetic language. It's not phonetic. Your language may be very phonetic. If you know the sounds of the letters, you can read a word correctly. For example, German is very phonetic. Hindi, okay, very phonetic language. Sanskrit, absolutely phonetic language. Very organized. But in English, the sounds have changed. The pronunciation has changed over centuries. Spelling is still somewhat original spelling has been retained. All right. In American English, some spellings have changed. We'll see some examples later. So I have to now speed up. So all you have to do is I point to a word, you say it loud, I say it loud. If they are the same, give yourself 1, otherwise 0. Let's speed up and finish it. This one, comment, not comment. This one, idea, D louder, and last A is always pronounced as a, that schwa sound. Idea, not idea. Idea, okay? This one, say it. Now listen, important. Do not say important. Important sounds like impotent, okay? Completely different word. It's important. This one, no, not industry. Listen, here, D-U-S-C, U is in blue. So dus. In louder. Industry. Industry, right? Do not say industry. Here, dus has the accent, so the vowel is pronounced very clearly. Dus. Industrial. Industrial. A-L at the end of a word. Again, takes L sound. That schwa sound and L. Industrial. This one. T-U takes the chu sound, right? Situation. Situation. Most of the time, T-U takes tu sound or tu sound. Here's exception. Situation. This one. Tu takes tu sound. Tu or tu. In American, tu. British, tu. Institute or institute. Give yourself point. This one. Tu louder. Institution. Institution or institution. In American, tu. This one. Many people mispronounce, so it's underlined. Try it. Look, it's E louder, right? Tuition. Tuition in British. In American, tuition. Okay? Do not say tuition. Tuition is wrong. There's an I here. It's pronounced. And in fact, it's got stress, so it must be pronounced very clearly. Tuition. Tuition. Okay? This one, start with A. It's blue. Academy. 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 Academy of Science, right? How nice it sounds. Science. Don't say science. Academy of Science. This one. Here's A. Academic. Academic. Okay? How about this? Academician. It's me louder. And C-I-N, T-I-N, T-I-O-N, everything's pronounced as shun, not shian. Okay? Academician, this one. Professor, fast louder. Professor, this one. Assistant, start with sis louder. Double S is pronounced single S. Okay? Assistant, assistant. This one, interesting story. A professor from some country came to United States. He was a very good professor, became dean, and he had slight difficulty with certain pronunciation because these things are not taught in schools and colleges. Okay, in most schools and colleges, these things are not taught. So during a meeting, when he used to say student, many other professors did not understand him. Pardon me? He used to say, pardon me. So he used to repeat slightly louder, and still they didn't understand. They used to go to the next topic. So he asked me, why don't they understand me? I said, look, English is non-phonetic. You cannot say student. They think something to do with teeth, dent, or some dent in a car. This is pronounced as student. Student. E is silent. Student. Americans say student. British say stew. Student. But don't. And this part louder. Try it. It will sound correct. How about this? Teacher in British, because in British English, our last R is not pronounced unless there's a vowel after that, then it's pronounced. Teacher. Vowel sound. If there's a vowel sound after an R, you pronounce that. Otherwise, you don't pronounce that. That's the rule in British. There are a few exceptions too. In American English, R is always pronounced. So, teacher in American. This one, in British, again, R is silent. Sir. In American, sir. Sir. I pronounce R because it makes it easier for me. And everybody understands. Nowadays, American English is more popular because, firstly, it's got the largest economy. Their companies are all over the world. They go everywhere in the world. Most countries deal with the United States of America, and many younger people think it's cool English. Okay, music, entertainment, media. American English is used more often. Computers, because of the IT. American English is somewhat more popular nowadays. But it doesn't matter. You can learn either way, or a mix is fine, as long as you can communicate. One should not stick to just one particular kind. No, my way is the right way. No, sorry, you'll end up becoming lonely. Nobody will talk to you if you're that arrogant. Oh, this is the only British way. This is the real English or something. Sorry, your English is mixed up anyway. German, French, Danish, Latin, everything mixed. Please, be flexible. Be human. That's all I'm saying. Be human, be tolerant. Okay? There are more than 250 very good languages in this world. Okay? How do you pronounce this? Ma'am. Be very polite. Say ma'am. Madam is not used very often anymore because it's got two meanings. One meaning is not very nice. Okay? So people say, ma'am. May I help you, ma'am? What can I do for you, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. That sounds very nice, right? How do you say this? It's not colleague. It's colleague. See, call is red. Colleague. How do you say this? School. Some people say school because they have difficulty pronouncing these digraphs. Digraphs are a combination of consonant sounds, S and K. So they have difficulty saying that. So here's the trick. Try to say S sound. Tongue close to the teeth. S sound. S. Cool. School. School. And speed up. School. School. Do not start with is. No vowel before that. Not is. Just school. 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 Very simple, right? The reason I make things simple is because I speak 4 languages. I know the difficulty non-English speakers have with the English language. Okay? I understand their difficulties, so I make it simple for them. I also struggle to learn English, but luckily I met very top professors in America, top engineers from Great Britain, United Kingdom. They taught me their way. I know my way. I know the gap. I know how to bridge it very quickly. I'm a scientist. Okay? I take the shortest approach to get maximum benefit. Okay? School. So that's simple. Do not say e-school. This one is a German word taken into English. Okay? No, look. It's not kindergarten. Here's T. Kindergarten. Kindergarten. Okay? It's a German word. That means I'm fluent in German, so I know this. Kinder means children. Garten is garden. It's one word. In German, you can combine many words to make very long words. Very nice language. German is very organized language, very good language. English has become very popular in science and technology from mid-20th century. Before that, German was equally powerful and popular, especially in the scientific writing. Many centuries ago, it was probably Latin. Newton wrote in Latin, Principia Mathematica and all that. Now it's English. I don't want to go into the historical reasons. That will take too long, but this is what it is. You must learn proper English to be able to communicate with different companies, colleagues, wherever you go. It's very, very popular language. Okay, it's almost indispensable nowadays. Kindergarten. Okay, so many people are sending their children to schools, and you see even their signboards written kindergarten. No, please fix that. Okay, teach the children the right thing. If you teach them the right thing, right pronunciation the very first time, they don't have to struggle. Teach them the right thing. First, learn from these very good dictionaries or my software. There may be some software which is better than mine, but I have not found anything like this. I've searched all over. Okay. How do you say this? Not 2 into 3. 2 into 3 is wrong English. 2 into 3 means 3 divided by 2 in real English. So call it 2 times 3. 2 times 3 are full form. 2 multiplied by 3. Both are correct. How do you say this? 5 over 2 or 5 divided by 2. Not 5 by 2. 5 by 2 means a cross section, something 5 units. Let's say 5 inches by 2 inches. That's 5 by 2. Okay? 5 meters by 2 meters, 5 by 2. But this is called 5 over 2 or 5 divided by 2. Please do not make that mistake. How do you say this? Double S does not exist. It's not assume. It's assume in British. Assume. American, assume. Okay? Anytime you see asterisk in any of my courses, that means British and American pronunciation can be slightly different. How do you say this? Double S. S sound. Assumption is wrong. Assumption. Assumption. Double S does not take Z sound. Assumption. How do you say this? Start with then apply. Apply. Okay? Apply. Double P is pronounced as single P. Double consonants and most of the time pronounced as single consonants. All these rules are in my 5-hour DVD course on pronunciation. 10 lessons. Each take about half an hour. 5 hours, your pronunciation is going to be very good. International pronunciation, so that everybody understands you. Okay? Apply. This one, here's application. Shun. So before that K, it's loud. Application. This one is taken from French. See, there are French accents here, right? French. Resume. 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 Okay? A resume. Both are correct. Which in British English, actually, most commonly word for that is curriculum vitae or CV. Nowadays, most people are using resume, right? Part of the job application, where you write about yourself, your qualifications, etc., what you have studied, what kind of work you have done, all right, what your objectives. That's called resume. So please do not say resume. Resume is this one, which is a verb. That means to continue after a pause. You had a short meeting with somebody. The boss says, please resume your work. Okay, you pause something and then resume. Okay. Playing a video, for example. Pause, then resume, continue. This one. Now we are going to have some courses, some words that are taken from science. Until now, it was mostly general words that you come across, except for, say, technology and science and engineering. Those were technical words, but now it's going to be mostly words taken from science. How do you pronounce that? Not mass. It's mass. Both in British and American, it's called mass. This one. Energy. This one. Momentum. 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 The rate of change of momentum of a body is proportional to the external force applied on it. Newton's second law of motion. This is how you have to speak English, so everyone understands what you said. Okay? Do not speed up, do not speak fast. These are some of the tricks you have to know. English is not spoken fast. Okay? It's spoken slowly and clearly, especially if your native language is not English and listener is not an English speaker. You have to slow down. That's why I'm speaking slowly. I can speak fast too, but you'll not understand. What's the point? Communication failed. You'll get bored. You'll just leave. You'll quit this video. So how do you say this? Look, this E, the first one is very short. E or A. Electric, louder. Electric or electric. Okay? How about this one? Yes, right. Electrical. This one changes. This stress changes. Electricity. 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 This one. U is silent. It's not circuit or circuit. Circuit, just like biscuit. Circuit. This one. He was a German scientist. Physicist. It's pronounced the German way. Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff. The CH in German is not ch, it's ch. Kirchhoff. Okay? So, do not say Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's law. Okay? Circuital laws. This one. This louder, start with re. Resistance. This one. Right. Resist. So 1 point. Resist. This one. Not equipment. It's not cube. Quip. Equipment. Equipment. And do not say equipments. Does not have plural form. It's uncountable. So pieces of equipment. Equipment. This one. Device. Vice louder. V. Remember? Upper teeth must bite the lower lip. V. Device. This one. Asterisk. So British pronunciation is different from American. British is apparatus. Apparatus. American, apparatus. This one. It's got two pronunciations. British is laboratory. Labor. This becomes tree. American English is different. Laboratory. 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 This is lab. This one. Here, D-U-R-E takes the sound ger. Procedure. Procedure. It's not procedure, not procedure. Just like injure. It's not injure. Injure. Injuring your hand. Injure. Injury. The same way here is procedure. Ger sound. This one. Method. Method. English TH may be different from your language. Suppose you're a Hindi speaker. Th in Hindi is pronounced differently. It's entirely different sound. The tongue touches the gum and you say th. In English, there is no th. You have to stick out your tongue gently, just a little bit, almost touch the upper teeth and say th, th, th. Thank you. 3. Okay? 30, through. You have to practice. This is all there in my free video lessons on YouTube. You can search for it in the same channel. Method, okay? There's an American English teacher who's teaching for 15 minutes. He's got a very nice video, very entertaining. He's teaching the English th sound to others. So he says, th. So it looks funny, but this is probably how it is. I just say it gently with very little tongue sticking out. Th. Method. People understand it. Th, the, both. Tongue sticks out. This one. Machine. See, it's not machine. Machine. This one. Mechanics. Cat louder. Mechanics. This one. Mechanical. Mechanical. Your pronunciation is matching with mine. Does 1. Your English is excellent. Otherwise, give 0. We'll improve on it very quickly. This one. Look, this A is in blue, so it's not mechanism. Mechanism. Okay, this one. Lever in British English. Lever. American English. Lever. Le and le. Lever. Lever. Leverage. Leverage. This one. Very short E. It's in the belly. That organ. Liver. This one. Lever. Liver. That long and short you have to master. In English, it makes a lot of difference. Lever, liver. This one. Look, CYCLE alone is cycle, energy cycle, for example. Motorcycle is fine. Recycle is fine. But here it's an exception. Bicycle, bicycle. Or another word for it is bike. So do not call motorbike or motorcycle as bike, because bike means bicycle. This one. Now, listen carefully. T-I-O-N should be shun, right? We know that, shun. But S-T-I-O-N is not shun. It's stun. Combustion. All these rules are there in my free videos. Please watch them. If you like them, give a thumbs up. Combustion. There are similar words. Exhaustion. What are the words? Question. Suggestion. Okay? So, stun. S-T-I-O-N. Stun. This one. F. You may not have that sound in your language, so let me teach you. V and F have very similar, about the same, lip and teeth position. Bite your lower lip like this. Say f. F. Again, bite back. F. Okay, not p. Okay. Fuel. Once you get used to it, you don't have to bite. You can just touch gently and say fuel. See, that's o. So it's not fuel. Fuel. This one. Petrol. Not petrol. Petrol. Okay? Petrol is a fuel that you use in petrol cars. This one. Gas. Right. In American English, petrol is called gas, which is the short form of gasoline. So if you go to United States of America, if you say petrol station, most people will not understand it, what it is. Okay? You have to say gas station. Okay? Gas is the short form of gasoline, which is American English for petrol. This one. Odor. See, here O is called, pronounces very loud. Odor. It's smell. This one. It's American spelling for color. British spelling is slightly different. Pronunciation is slightly different. This is how the British spelling is. Color. Okay. Last R is not pronounced. This one. Taste. Long A sound. A has 5 or 6 different sounds. Okay. For example, here's A sound. Able. A sound. Table. A sound. But then arm. A-R-M. A sound. A-L-L. All sound. It keeps changing. Okay. About, schwa sound. Okay? About, above, sound. So apple, sound. So a has each vowel. There are only 5 vowel letters, right? But there are 12 pure vowel sounds, 8 diphthongs, I have explained in my other video. One vowel sound glides into another vowel sound. For example, I starts with A, finishes with E, short E. I, not total E. I. Okay, I. Okay? So the letters do not correspond to a sound. So for that, people use phonetic symbols. International phonetic alphabet has got many symbols. To pronounce, you have to learn English letters, English spelling, phonetic signs, phonetic symbols, all very complicated. So I have made it easy by giving color code. Okay, color code. And the best way to learn is to listen to somebody who speaks very well pronounced that way. Learn the first time right. Once you learn from wrong places, wrong people, your pronunciation is going to be wrong. Then to correct that, you're going to spend way too much time. When are you going to study science and engineering if you're going to fix your English all your life? All right? So let's learn the bare minimum, absolute essential things the right way the first time. Okay? How do you say this? Citric acid, not citric, citric acid. Okay? Got it? Citric acid. This one, like citrus fruit. This one? No, not alkali. 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 Acid and alkali. Or base. Base, right? This is also base. It's not bass. It's written as bass, not bass. Bass may be a fish or something. But here, I mean the low frequency sound, like my voice is low frequency, deep voice, lower pitch. Or drum sound, boom, 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 boom. That's bass, okay? This one, treble, high frequency, high pitch sound, like a female voice, okay? This one, no, it's not healthy. Healthy. Remember, the sound, the sound stays the same. Healthy. Do not change to healthy. Okay, healthy. This, erase. If you have a pencil mark, you want to rub out. In British English, they call it rub it out, rub out. In American English, it's called erase that, erase. And this, in American English, is called eraser, not rubber. Rubber has a different meaning. Rubber is the material, or it could mean condom in American English. So if you go to a stationery shop in bookstore in America, and you want this to erase something, you call it eraser. So there are few differences, very few differences in American and British English, but they understand each other very well. All these arguments about I speak British, no, that's American, all these things are fake. They understand each other very well. Okay? Take it from me. I've been to many countries. I know people who don't have anything else to do, they argue about these unnecessary things. People who have a lot of things to do, they create new things using existing knowledge or build new knowledge. Don't live in the past and argue about small prejudices. Okay? Eraser. Okay? In British English, you can call this word as erasers, but most people call this product as rubber in Britain. This one, such a short word. How do you pronounce that? Of. Okay? Not off. Of. Government of the people. A friend of mine called me of. Okay, the schwa sound and v sound. V. This one is off. I'm sure you all got that right and got 1 mark, 1 point. Off. Please switch off the fan. Turn off the radio. Did you forget to switch off the computer? Off. This one, of. Okay? Good. So the test is over now. add your scores. Add all the ones and see if you got over 80. If you got over 80, you do not need my course. Your English is very good. If your pronunciation is very good, that means your English must be very good. Pronunciation is number one problem. The rest you can learn on your own from different sources, or you can try this, because there's no product like that. It builds entire fluency, but it's not really necessary if your English is already very good. You can learn some scientific terms and how to use it, learn engineering concepts in the science, many theories, many things, many ideas I have, many project ideas, many questions and answers, and discussions, topics about modern topics. Something that you probably didn't get time to think about or learn about during your coursework. All these things are there. Also, it prepares for job interviews and group discussion, meetings, etc. Presentation, how to give technical presentations. It's got value for everyone. Okay? In fact, the English speakers should take this course too, because they may not know technical English. They may not know how to make effective presentation. Okay? These are all made by top, highly qualified people who not only speak English very well, professional English, they're also brilliant scientists, engineers, and educators. If your score is below, let's say 80% or 70%, I recommend this. $90. In India, even cheaper on Amazon.in, because sponsored by and subsidized by the Institute for Employment-Oriented Skill Development. It's very cheap. That's only for Indian students. So this is what you have to do. 1 hour per day. Use the software. Put it on Windows computer. There's a downloadable version also. You have to write to english.ieosd@gmail.com to get the downloadable version. They can arrange that. Otherwise, you can order for Amazon from Amazon.in. You get this one. Practice for 1 hour per day, just for 2 months. Your English is going to be excellent. People are going to be impressed with your English when you talk to them. This is only for technical English. For general conversation, 10 real-life situations, spoken English 2020. All right? So that's all. If you want to order or inquire about the product, you can send an email to english@ieosd@gmail.com. We are not really a commercial company, okay? We are trying to just promote education, proper education, the cheapest price. That's what we are trying to do. So we do not advertise much. We give a lot of free education, free material. So please write to this institute. They'll arrange something for you. Thank you very much. I'll put the lesson 2, the test, soon on YouTube. Thank you, and I wish you success.